Yeah, greetings. Yes, today I thought that we might look at the Bitcoin chart and try to predict or foresee how and where the price might get in the few remaining days of this month. So we are still in the bear cycle, which lasts around 1 year. And we talked about that one yesterday, and just to repeat a little bit, you can see that Bitcoin usually goes down for around 1 year, goes up for 3 years, again down, up, and now we're in the down month. That is the down year. We really don't know where the bottom will be. That's why we are here. As time goes by, we'll see what price does. But currently, we are clearly in the bear year. Price is going down generally, but in the smaller time frames or some from month to month, price might be going up sometime. So during the bear cycle, June is usually a red month. May is also a red month. And July is usually a green month. That is during the bear cycle. As per now, price is currently going down in the monthly and I think even in the hourly time frame today. And we are nearing this support level here. Yeah, let me mark it. We have this previous double bottom that was formed early this month, and we'll see it clearly as we go down time frames. Let's go to the daily, and as you can see, price is nearing again, trying to approach this level again. It acted as a strong support level where price bounced back and headed up. Also, in the 4-hour time frame, we just retested this very key trend line here. We have been having this trend line. A moment to mark it. Been having this trend line here that has pushed price up for some days. From here, you see price went up, lower. Yeah, we broke the trend line, then we have retested it, and now we seem to be finally going down. So for the remaining part of this month, the 8 days or so, I think price is most likely to approach this level, and there is also another support level slightly above this double bottom level here, and the level should be here. Let me mark it. These horizontal lines are used to mark support and resistance. So in my view, I expect to see price coming, maybe having some resistance here, and then finally managing to close below that point. I don't know if it will do exactly that, but it's the most likely outcome in the remaining few days. Well, if it doesn't reach there within the remaining days, July is usually a green month, but as you know, the monthly candle has 30 days, 31 days. So anything might happen. Price might open from where we closed this month head down towards these levels for a few days before shooting up. But typically I expect the month to close anywhere around the 60-59 levels. Yeah, that could be good. So in my view, that's what I'm foreseeing for this month. And the markets have the final say. Remember, we just predict, we just look at all the factors in hand, but the market has the final say. The market decides. There are also factors that might emerge, like, the Iran war, some Trump policies. Anything might happen and slightly shift the direction from being bearish to the price going up for some days. So it's just prediction. Nobody knows 100% of what will happen next in the markets. But we can try to, predict as much as we can. So as you come to lower and lower time frames, you will come to learn that support and resistance levels keep emerging. As in the 1 hour, you can see we also have some previous bottoms around this place, around the price of 62 to 60 there, and it might also act as some level of support time to time. And in my analysis, you will be seeing a lot of support and resistance and a lot of trend lines, because that's what I work with. Yeah, they work. They are still real strategies in the markets. They are some of the oldest strategies. They work. So it's better if you try to change your mind, don't hate them so much. I know a lot of people preach negative things about trend lines, about support and resistance, but it's good you realize that they do work, because as you have seen, this trend line was respected several times here. You see around this place and finally rejected. So they work, they still work, and I've been seeing them work for quite a while. So let's wait and see what happens in the 8 days or so and see where we close for the month. In July, we expect a bullish month, but we'll talk about that once the month closes, so that we can have an idea of how far it can go up or even down. So I work with the 1 hour time frame and above. I really don't like going below that, but that doesn't mean that those time frames are not good or are not profitable. But now it will be upon you to look at what I'm doing, then mirror it into your time frame. As you go down the time frames, you can look at the various support and resistance levels, entries. Just try to be bearish for this month, because that's what happens majorly. You can see from the time we started this month, price has been largely bearish. Most of the days have been red days. Yeah, so watch out for that, and price will close below the opening price for this month, because it's a red month. That's one sure thing. So if you sold earlier at the beginning of the month, then you can try holding for the rest of the days. But as we approach July, then you have to be careful, because prices are likely to retrace up maybe as high as 70, 72, maybe 60s, 68. But for this month, I think you can just hold on the sell. Overall, you can hold it until maybe in Q4 of this year, around September, October. Yeah, but for the sake of your stop losses, then I think it will be safer to be careful with what happens in July.